Vikings! We will raid, we will pillage, we shall take everything for our own. We shall demolish, we shall sail the seas, and we shall kill all those who stand in our way. Let's do this, fellow Vikings, for we shall be victorious!
Oh, well, this is not what I was expecting. It's so peaceful. Hey there everyone, and welcome to today's episode, in which we shall review Jotun, Valhalla Edition. Jotun is a hand-drawn action exploration game set in Norse mythology, developed and published by Thunder Lotus Games for PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Wii U, and Nintendo Switch. Jotun was first released in 2015 after a successful Kickstarter campaign, in which it raised over $64,000. It received decent praise, with the PC version getting a Metascore of 79 and a user score of 6.6 over on Metacritic, and IGN giving it an 8 out of 10. So pretty damn respectable all around, I would say. Going forward, please be aware that there will be spoilers in this game. Also, I may butcher some of the words and names throughout this game, as it is set in Norse mythology, so apologies for that. So the story follows Thora, a Viking woman who has died an inglorious death by drowning. Because of this, she is not allowed to enter Valhalla. As Thora, you travel across the realms of Norse mythology, defeating the Jotun so that you may impress the gods and earn your place within Valhalla. The Jotun are 5 giant beings, each with their own element. These are nature, earth, fire, ice, and lightning. Throughout the game, as you defeat each Jotun, Thora tells her story, starting with her childhood and going through the time of her death, which gives you a real understanding of her as a character. She also tells you about each of the realms you visit, and as you do things, you learn the history of Norse mythology. As a story, I really enjoyed it. Thora's story is so basic, but the added lore of Norse mythology really encapsulate this feeling that Thora went through all of this, and that it could very well be one of the tales told in the mythology. Everything spoken in Jotun is in Icelandic. This is believed to be the closest language to what the Nordic Vikings would have spoken. This adds so much to the game. It adds this unbelievable realism and brings a sense of wonder to everything, and gives the feeling that you are really here in the world of Norse mythology. Jotun's gameplay is something which very much expands on the idea that this game is a story. On its surface, the gameplay is simple. The view is from a top-down, isometric kind of view, in which you go to one of 5 worlds, which are split into a total of 9 levels. These worlds are based around the Jotun that resides there, one being nature, ice, fire, earth, and lightning. From there, the levels each have their own core mechanics set around them. The nature level has you avoiding vines and poisonous clouds. The ice levels have one in which you venture around and avoid damaging snowstorms, and one in which you run across a frozen lake avoiding Jormungandr, the Midgard serpent who goes around the world and kills Thor in the event known as Ragnarok. The earth level separates into one in which you must surf down the roots of Yggdrasil, avoiding fallen rocks, and a dwarven forge in which you travel through the map taking down hordes of dwarves who attack. You have 2 attacks to deal with the enemies when you eventually come across them. There is a light attack in which you can swing your axe from side to side, and a strong attack in which you charge up your strength and release it in a downward slash. As you go through the levels, you find the fruit of Ethan. This is hidden throughout each level, and when collected, it extends your life bar. You will also find a god shrine in each level. This is where one of the pantheons bestows upon you their power. These vary from having the ability to heal yourself, using Thor's power for a great smash attack, all the way to throwing Gungnir, Odin's spear. Your aim is to find each rune within each level. Once you have the runes for that particular world, you can use them to go and fight the Jotun of that world and element. This is where the difficulty can spike. You must learn their attack patterns, and preferably never stop moving, because one hit from these guys can take down the majority of your life bar. Each defeat of a Jotun allows you to impress the gods and take you one step closer to Valhalla. Once you beat the game, you unlock Valhalla mode. This is a simple mode in which you can fight the bosses one by one, each of them being slightly harder. This is a nice little unlockable for those who are not quite ready to put the game down yet and wants to test their skills. The graphics to this game are stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Everything is hand-drawn and it shows. Every movement in this game is so smooth. The colours are vibrant and you just know that a lot of heart and effort went into this game. With this game I got a digital art book in which it shows you all of the earlier drawings and designs of everything. It's awesome to see this, as it's fascinating to see where everything came from and how it changed over the development of the game. The music is beautiful. It really adds to the game. When things are getting tense, the music pumps up to intense levels. But when you're wandering around the world, seeing all this gorgeous animation, it's so serene and so well presented. In case you were curious on how some of it sounds, you've been listening to it this entire review. Here's a little bit turned up for you so you can hear the magic this soundtrack brings. Stunning, right? The team at Thunder Lotus Games have done a stunning job with this game. The graphics are beautiful, the music is hauntingly perfect for the setting. My biggest gripe is that I wish there were more enemies within the levels. For me personally, there was not enough action against mobs. I loved the idea of having each level differ in how things played out, and that some levels were purely based around level hazards rather than smaller enemies. But I felt they went slightly too far the other way, and too few levels with enemies to fight against. Thunder Lotus Games left me wanting more when I finished this game, which is just such a perfect thing for a game to do. It took me just under 6 hours to finish this game and do everything there was to do. Overall, if you prefer a more action-heavy game, then I would say look elsewhere. But if you want a story being told to you in a simplistic and gorgeous way, with some stunning graphics and music, then this game is for you. Well, thank you for joining me today, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Did you play Jotun? If so, what did you think? I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. I want to give a shout out and a big thank you to Chronic Lil Skip 27 for helping me get the For Honor footage for this video. There's a link down in the description for his channel, so make sure you go check it out. If you haven't already, then please hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to keep up to date with all the latest content. Don't forget to drop a like, and I shall catch you next time. Take it easy, everybody. Vikings!